Hello, traders. So here we are with a London session that's going to be opening up in 14 minutes. You know what? I'm going to put something here that I like, but it's more on, I don't want to put it on the sill, but it's basically this fair value gap, but based on, you see here, load, 5 minutes, but it's going to be really 60 minutes. Five. So it's going to be based on 60 minutes. Power close on the scale. So let me see if this is going to work out. It plots a fair value gap for an hour chart. But since it's going to really show me, well, here, this is about to take off here. So let me do this. So I can just see this. You see where we're at? We're going to break that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a buy here. I want to make sure that I got enough here. So NQ, see 200. This is about to explode right up there. So
order filled.
There we go. See, got in the right one where it's about to get up. So I'm basing this on, I'll do it right there. Hey, Aaron. So let me see where this is. So again, this is 150K PA, trading two E-minis. I like to try the two E-minis on a Globex session because it's not as volatile or erratic during the New York morning. So I like trading this because it's very structured and you can actually see what's going on. So let's see what's going to happen here. If it's going to get bashed, I'm going to put my stop here. Right below these are deviations. So you have the VWAP, you have the plus 0.25, plus 5.5, and plus 1 deviation. So you can see we have the MACD here down below. So if I get stopped on here, that's fine because it's very manageable. Probably try to test the what we call the mid band of the Keltner. Let's see. It just gave me a false breakout here. But if it's my stop, that's fine because I can always come back in if it does bounce off the mid band. Just want to limit. I just want to manage my risk. Okay, so like here, see, it hit my stop. Now, was it going to try to get back up? I want to see a reversal candle before I do take the upward movement. So right here on the right is your basic strategy. This one is more the advanced. It's called the stay in your lane. It has your VWAP, has your VWAP deviation levels as well. And this is more accurate because you can see where they actually, institutional traders like to use the deviation levels off the VWAP as well and the VWAP. So here we're getting possible reversal. Now there's one, I want to make sure they're going to try to break this structure here, right? So I want to see what's going on here. We're still above the zero line, but I want to see, aggressive move to the top. Because obviously they didn't follow through this. So they didn't follow through this where it actually gave you a breakout. That tells you something that the momentum is not really there. Like here, see? It had good momentum here at the beginning around, 335, which they usually do. Because now they're going to try to get to the VWAP, to the mid band here of the Keltner channel. This is a basic Keltner channel. Here, let's look at the basic chart here. So this is the Keltner channel. You have the upper band, you have the lower band, and you have the mid band, which is the 55 EMA. Now this thing here is the 200, basically to be exact, 233. The mid band on the Keltner is a 55 EMA. So I don't want to be fake down here. So you can see what they create here. We reversal canter down. Now we have a lower low. Now if they create a lower low, most likely they're going to try to create a lower, lower high. They'll try to create a lower low. And if they have that pattern, most likely he's going to try to get back down, right? Right now, this is the area where they want to range it. It's usually between the VWAP and the +1 deviation, or the VWAP and the -1 deviation. But let's see what's going to do here at the mid band, because that's how our bread and butter trades are usually at the mid band, a bounce off. Since we already have a momentum or our trend, you can see this trend right going up. We want to see a pullback into the mid band and then reversal candle to the upside and take that trade. That's usually your high probability trade setup. And why I like Renko's, it basically eliminates a lot of noise on the time-based charts, and it's basically just eliminates, and it's about much better than Heiken Ashi. Okay, so here, so what we do here, we have now still created higher low. See this? We went from here, we created a higher low, but we want to see a higher high. So if it's just creating higher lows and not creating higher highs, most likely, what is it doing? A temporary consolidation right now. They don't know where they want to take it. So let's see. Again, the London Open is 8 minutes away. Okay, so they broke that structure. I want to see them break this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy this.
Order filled.
Because most I can get at least 400 here if it does go up. Now, my risk is not going to be that much. I'll probably do it right here. I want to maybe do it below the 50K, the mid band. Because they do create a lower low here. We'll find out. I'm just hoping that's going to bounce off the mid band. So here's the thing. You're looking at the same thing here, except without the VWAP. This is for the beginners who can actually see the price action. This one's more for the advanced because they can see the other deviation levels. So again, like I said, if we're between the VWAP and the +1 deviation, or it can be the -1, usually that's when it's ranging. That's where the institutional traders want to range the market. So we're not quite below the zero line here, right? But we are at the mid band. We haven't really touched that mid band since this started going uptrend. So I'm expecting this to, every time it's at the first bounce off, it's going to be usually going through here to the upper band of the Keltner channel. We've got 6 more minutes before the open. And usually when there's open, let's see if it's going to be volatile at all. They have a kind of a volatility thing that goes on, but it's not always, it doesn't always happen. So as you can see here, it's going up. So it didn't really break this right here. It didn't really break another structure. Well, yeah, it did. It had a higher high, but maybe by 1 tick. So we do have a higher high. We have double bottom. What is that? Triple bottoms here right now. Will they test it again? See, they're gonna try to test it again. But if they break that, then it's gonna come back up and create another lower, this time a lower high, to basically confirm that it's going down. Because technically we're still above the zero line. Now, if you look at this, do we see any divergence here as to the price? I think there is a slight divergence. Again, let's see if they break this structure right here. Yeah, Ivan. Oh, Claire's here. Hey, Claire, I haven't seen you in a while. Show me the globe. Who's show me the globe? Who is that? So again, we have a range right now before the open. As you can see here also. If you want to see the range, it's usually right here, right? It's not creating the higher high there. You have a low here. There's your tight range right now. What I can do is now raise this a little up. Ah, Lara. Okay. Yeah, I saw your post, the question of how many contracts. Now, you have a 50K, right, Lara? I would suggest you do micros, M and Q. How many contracts? I don't know if I set your ATM up for that. Let me know if I did or not. Okay, yeah, trade micros on a 50K. Because your drawdown is not that big. Here, I'm trading 150K. My drawdown is 5,000. Yeah, $5,000. So, like on Friday, I was able to go draw down of what more than 2,600, but I was able to make it back and create a profit of 1,600. So it gave me that all that leeway. On a 50K, I would have been stopped out. Yeah, that's fine, Lara. Is it Lara or Lara? So here's my second stop, which is fine. Well, I don't think it. Well, let's see. Maybe not. It might not be stopped out. It might just all of a sudden just come up. Again, you see we're crossing the zero line, so there's a high probability it's going to continue and test the VWAP here. But we'll just see. Ra. Okay, Lara. Okay. Thank you, Lara. Lara. Okay, we have 1 minute before the open. So hopefully it comes up. Because you can see it's trying to do a reversal candle to the upside. It didn't quite hit my stop, or maybe it hit my stop, but it never got filled. There we go. Okay, here's the volatility now. This one I might get stopped because I don't know where they're going with this, to tell you the truth. This is the opening thing. It's almost like it's not as bad as the US Open, but still it goes all over the place. Right? So let's see if we can hit my target 400 there. That's fine. Again, that's the +1 deviation. That's a good target point, but you see where the outer band is there. They might bring it up there, but I don't want to. I don't get my. I want to at least get my 400. Remember, I got to lost my first trade, right? I want to get that back because the way it's moving right now, it's not really following through. So I'd rather just scalp the 400. As you can see, there's really not that much momentum. They're not following through at all. Jesus, they're having a hard time just to follow through. So that's how you can gauge the momentum when it's doing this. It's not following through the momentum. It's just really just cutting it short. And their target is usually this one, the +1 deviation. Down here is the -1 deviation. So see, it didn't quite. So I did the same thing. So they did. Okay, hopefully it goes back up again. Didn't quite hit my. So I'm gonna bring this down a bit. But I really wanna. Let's see if it's gonna try to test it up there again. So I'll leave it there. Again, we see this going down. So again, that's what exactly what it did here. But what did it do? It just bounced up. Hopefully it does the same thing here. Again, I'll leave my stop here. So that was your open. You can see not that very small volatility, and that's about it. So let's see if they test this high again. Because technically, if I'm looking at this there, that's what it looks like. Same thing here. So let's see if they got bounce off the view, or not the view, the mid band again. Or even this plus 0.5 deviation, because they use that very good for either support or resistance, depending on where price is coming from. See, let's hopefully they try to test this high again. Because we're not getting lower lows here. Actually, we're getting, like I said, we go from here now, we go into higher low. So I want, if they go a higher low, I want to see a higher high, meaning it's going to continue going up. But right now, they're doing neither. But at least they're not, well, let's see, I spoke too soon. There's your
filled.
lower low. So there's my loss right now at 880, which I'm not too concerned. I'm looking at this to really bounce off here, the 233 also. Let's see. You see here, you have the double, really the double top. Let's see how they bounce off the 233 here. It may just go right through because look at how, you look at the momentum here, right? Based on the MACD, right? Let's see what happens here. Also, they might bounce off the VWAP as well. But now you see the 21 EMA below the 50. So that signifies maybe we might have bought down to the downside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this.
Filled.
Let's see if we can get down to the VWAP there. You can see, right? The VWAP's right here. There's the lower outer band of the Keltner channel. So like I said, if I can get 400, that's good. If it bounces off here, but right now you can see you have strong momentum. This is what we call the MACD. What does that mean? See, it's still below that the bottom band of the Bollinger Band, so that's still strong momentum to the downside. So most likely it's going to try to test this VWAP, or hopefully, you see there's confluence there, the VWAP and the lower band of the Keltner channel. So that's a lot of confluence there. Like I said, it may go right through, which if it does, let's say it's going to get down here. Let's see what happens there first. I'll get that 400 first. But I think it's...
Target filled.
So there, got my 400. So I get, there. See, we got strong momentum. It's probably get down here. I want to see a pullback maybe. Pullback because of the VWAP. But you can see how strong momentum is. It never bounced off that VWAP. So for the basic people, you could have gotten in where? Well, remember we had this range here, you could have gotten here. Or we see, want to break here. And your target would be the lower outer band. So you see where this is going. Probably hit here. Now your next targets will be down here. Let's see what happens here. That's why I'm just waiting to see what happens. Because it may bounce off this deviation level right here. They finally have the momentum to break. Guys, have any questions? Lara, do you have any questions? Or are you just observing right now? Or even Ivan? How about Claire? Clear, this is a lot easier to trade than the other system that you know. So we're still down here. It's really almost like oversold. As you can see, the thinner and thinner that Bollinger Band is getting, the smaller the width is getting smaller, meaning it must pull back up. But right now, we're still okay there. You see that? Now we're going up. See that? You probably test this mid band. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens here. We test the mid band. Remember, our high probability trade setup is to pull back into the mid band and come back down. How do you know it's going to come back down? When we see a reversal bar. How do you see the reversal bar? When it's colored, in this case, when it's a reversal bar to the downside, it's colored white. If a reversal bar going up, it's colored blue. So right now we're above the zero line. This may just do a thing here and then come completely up again. This is where they're basically just bouncing off the the VWAP. So I'm looking at what the overall thing here. I just want to see where they've been taking this. Where did this start off? Okay, so basically it started off here. I can easily draw something like a okay, so hit there when the deep pullback. It hit the target here for the extension, and now it's coming back down, and probably coming back down here. So now you see this. What I want to see here is probably get this.
Order filled.
At least trying to test down here. That's another 400 if it does come back down. It's basically it's bouncing off the 50 or the mid band, not the 55. So I created here a higher low. So if they do continue going up, it's going to create a higher high, which is right there. So I'm going to put a stop there. Now we're above the zero line. Let's see what happens here at the mid band again. Most likely it's going to come back down because that's how usually the pattern is. But let's see, because it's creating higher lows here, right? Higher lows, but it's not creating a higher high. If truly this is going up, they'll create a higher high. Again, I'm not scared of losing because most of the time my wins are bigger than my losses. So they're going to break that. So what they're doing is just playing with this. Now they're going above what I want to see now, pull back. Or let's see what the momentum is here. So there's my loss right now, 1,090. Now, if I want to see a pullback here into maybe the 21 EMA, I'll take a buy limit there.
Order submitted.
So what they're doing is they're basically went back here to the fib retracement. They hit the first target here, but mostly I'm going to try to get up here. So let's do that. Maybe get up here, or even the possible target is this, unless they're just playing around with this, like they're doing as usual. Again, we didn't break this. See this? This is the trend indicator. It's still going down. Basically, didn't break it. And you see how they like playing with these levels. Just like what they did on Friday. So it did create a higher high. Okay, so let's see what they do in the VWAP here. If they're going to create a lower low. So that's why price action is very important. So you're creating higher lows here, but are we creating higher highs? Yes, we did. We broke this. See that BOS break of structure. So we did create a higher high, meaning there's a probability still going higher because we're getting higher lows and higher highs. So we create another higher low here. See that? So we have to create a higher high if you want to see the trend going up. If that's what they want to confirm that the trend is going up. That's why price action is very important. Everything's going up. It looks like now we're above the zero line on MACD. Let's see if we break this, that indicator. But again, I don't think they have enough. Let's see if they do that, and hopefully they build up on the momentum because right now the momentum is not that strong. I'm using this Ninja Trader, MACD, the one below. The one here is MACD, MACDBB. Charting software. This is the Ninja Trader. But I'm not using time-based charts. I'm using a what? It's basically wrinkle. So you see here where we are here. So we're going. I can take this up because it's broke that. So let me take that out. My target right now is the extension of that. Remember that fib? Got back to the 50% retracement. We hit the first extension here and came back down. Retraced back down to the retracement level, and then most likely it's going to try to test the 61.8 or the 161.8 extension. But right now, you can see that there's not that much momentum, but we'll eventually get there. Let's see. Might just take its time to get there. Again, it can be here. Again, when it gets close to here, I'm going to be gauging the momentum because the target might be here. This is basically the 1.5 extent deviation, right? So you can see the momentum is building. I mean, it's increasing. How can I tell? Well, the ticker in the background. The ticker you hear in the background is called another software called Tick Strike. It basically is a order flow, but not really order flow. It just basically ticks when there's a lot of large order blocks of either buyers or sellers coming into the market. Let's see it gets closer to this plus one deviation if we have a lot of buyers start coming in to take it further up. But as you can see, it probably pulled down here again and come back up. Momentum is not that strong. So where do I want to take this in terms of my trailing stop? I don't want to make it too tight that it hits my trailing stop. So if this creates a reversal bar, which it did there, now I can create a what? Right here. At least now I'm in profit. If it does hit my trailing stop. Let's see if they break that structure right here. Right here. very hesitant to break this. Not a lot of buyers coming in. Like I said, they're not following through with the momentum. Now here comes the buyers finally. Broke the structure. Maybe bring it up here just in case. Right up there. Let's see how they do this. Let's see how the momentum they bring up here. Look at that. They've just bounced off that thing. They broke the higher high. Now hopefully they don't again create a lower low here. So I'm hope probability is they're going to create a higher a higher low, right? Probabilities that create, yeah. So I want to see a reversal bar, complete this reversal bar, and continue going up, because this, once you have a reversal bar, it's basically creating another swing here, right? So hopefully it creates a higher low. So let's see, because now we have some momentum to the downside based on the Bollinger Bands here and the dots. Again, they created a higher high. You can see they're hardly create. They have a trend, but it's not a strong trend. So they use this up to here, and I should just take in that profit. So I'm just going to still be in profit 200 if it does hit my trailing stop. Let's see if they bounce off. So now below zero line. So there.
Stop filled.
Still got small profit. That's fine. Better than loss. Again, I was hoping that if they go past that, I should have put my target here. That would have been. You can put your target there. I suggest being more aggressive. See, it's traders' preference. I know some traders would have put their profit target here, which is good. You would have got a good profit, right? At least 700, I think you would have got. So now we're coming down. Again, we're going to test this. I want to see. I can actually see where they, if they're going below, they're most
Order
likely
filled.
going to test the VWAP once again. Strong momentum to the downside. We're at the bottom of that Bollinger Band. That's strong momentum. So here, where do I want to? If I want to limit my loss, I can bring this down. Maybe right there. Just right above the mid band. But right now they still have strong momentum to the downside. So if they're bringing this down here, here's the lower outer band of the Keltner. It's again in line with the VWAP. So I'll leave it there, just in case they want to bounce it off there again. But at least I'll get 400 again. So it'll add to the 200 that I made, right? Now I may want to bring this down. I don't know. They haven't been following through.
Target
There we
filled.
go. So again, I'm down now 545. It's all about managing. It's not Heikinashi, clear. It's basically a Ninja Renko. Ninja Renko. There's different types of Renko charts. There is a Uni Renko, there's a Ninja Renko, there's a O Renko, there's a Renko that's on the Ninja Trader, which I don't use because most of the Renkos that I like are the ones with the tails, not just the brick. I need to see the tails. So here we're bouncing off. It seems like we're bouncing off the VWAP. There's your reversal bar. However, will it continue? Let's see what happens here. If we start seeing green, most likely it's going to try to test this part up here, bouncing off the what? The VWAP. So it never really got past this. I'm going to take this out because most likely it will continue coming down. Here we have like a railroad. If this sets up as a railroad, I call this a railroad. When you have a reversible bar up, then it creates another reversible bar down. That's a very strong signal to continue coming down. I'll put maybe a pending order here.
Order submitted. Order filled.
There we go. So most likely it's going to try to test this right down here, that blue. Again, I'm going to judge this based on the momentum. Because this is a good, right here, this yellow, basically another deviation level. It's a very strong, in this case, you see prices coming down to it, very strong support level. Let me see what I have here. Okay, let me see this one, manage my losses here again. Maybe right there, right above the 233. So let's see the momentum coming down here. Because it may reach down again. Let's see. Yeah, it's not that strong. Claire, have you signed up with KTC? Are you part of KTC? Because you're part of KTC, you should have all the indicators that, or I don't recall configuring your chart at all. Okay, so let's see what happens here. Bring this down here. At least I'm still in profit if it does come back up. I might just want to be this. Let's see what happens here. Because I'm looking at the MACD. Look at that. We're not, it's still pointing to the downside. If I see a yellow or even a green, that's when I get out. Let's see if it continues coming down near the -1. Really not that strong, to tell you the truth. Yeah, see, I'll leave it right there. Probably test this low again. See how it bounced off? See how it bounced off?
Stop
That's why
filled.
it's very strong. Again, me being the hard-headed, just got profit of 100 something. That's why you can't see what I'm trading, because basically you don't have the indicators. clear. So it used a deep retracement here. It may still go up to test this level up here because it basically tested that 61.8 retracement. So again, and we're now seeing that. See, it may now test it again. So it did use that minus zero point 0.5 deviation to bounce back. Like I said, those are strong in this point support, and up here it's more resistance. But you can see they broke it. They got up to at least plus one deviation. Again, I made a small profit better than a loss. So we're just basically playing small ball here. So here, we got a reversal here. Now, we're kind of still above the zero line here. So it may continue going up. Remember, like I said, this was a strong indicator that's going to go down, which it did. But it never went to the where I expecting. It just got where there, but I was being too aggressive again. So here, we're going to do the same thing, but this time on the upside, right? So let's do that.
Order filled.
Remember, there's the railroad again. Let's see what happens at 233, but I think we still have strong momentum to the upside here. So I'll play it for another scalp here for 400, which I think it's going to get up to the yellow here. There. I'll put my stop a little tighter, maybe down here, the bottom of that deviation level. Because we're at the bottom of the 233. This still can continue coming down and basically get down here to test this and eventually down here. But technically, we're still above the zero line here, right? On the MACD. And I don't want to keep this stop too tight. See, there's your structure again. That's your higher low. Now they get bring below that higher low, you know, it's no longer trying to get back up. If it does maintain that, it's going to try to create a higher high, which is going to break this. So let's see. So it's basically bounce off the 50, the mid band, and continue coming down, right? If that's the case, which is good. So you can see it's coming down here. Where are we here? Okay, there's the price. I might just take this. Yeah, there it is. Close it out sooner than expected. And this time
Order
I'm
filled.
take a short here. Again, my loss isn't that big. Maybe I want to wait for this to come back up to get me.
Order submitted.
Let's see if he's going to come pick me up. Come on. One more tick. There we go. Only filled one. There.
Order filled.
There we go. Okay, so I'm going to bring this here. Just right above that. Again, we created a lower low, so there has to be a lower high. If they create a higher high here, they're just not they're not honoring market structure. So they created lower low, so most likely they'll try to create a lower high. They have to complete this reversal bar to confirm a lower high. No, it's not built in, Claire. Even in fact, Ninja Renko is not part of the regular indicators found on NinjaTrader. So there. So we created a lower high here. So when we create lower high, there should be a lower low now. Again, there's not that much momentum, but if you know what the price action is doing, you can tell. But again, my losses aren't that big. I just have to want to get to where I can make a profit. I'm not with the way there's really no momentum, and hopefully they try to make a lower low here. I want to really see them break this, because now you see where the lower um, Keltner channel is, the lower channel down here, right? So you have the upper channel, you have the mid band, and you have the lower band. So hopefully it continues coming down, and hopefully it gets down here to the -1. Again, you see they usually want to try to break this and get down here. That's usually how the pattern is. But right now, there's really no momentum to do anything, which is I'm surprised it's Monday. I think the market was down how many percent on Friday? Was it like 2 or 3%? And now it's continuing kind of a downtrend. Let's see. So I usually trade this. What time is it? Around 4:30. Get until 5, or even 5:30. The latest would be 6. You see how the market is moving? They did create a lower low. Now will they create a lower high? Barely a lower low here, just by one tick. So if they break this here, I'm going to take out this what you call it, fib retracement. You're still honoring this fib retracement. It still can go up and test up here. Again, if they break this higher, this lower high. See, my risk is not that bad for being two E-minis. Again, they're ranging this. So where's our current range right now? If I see this, I'm going to plot a range. So it's from here to here. That's where their current range is. You can see how tight. You see this 21 EMA just basically right on top of the mid band, which indicates there is no momentum at all. It's going sideways. Because basically the 21 EMA is going to show you the momentum, right? Or the volatility, because it's going to be far away from the mid band. But right now it's right on top of the mid band. So really there's no momentum at all. So let's see what happens here. Now, if I wasn't being aggressive, I'd be in profit right now. But I'm just being a little too aggressive with my take profit. See how they brought that down? Just bounced off that thing. But we are above the zero line. So they're bouncing off. I don't know. I don't know if they're bouncing off the mid band here. You can see we're getting greens here on the MACD, so most likely looks like momentum is increasing the upside. But then again, the price action is not really showing that. So if you're looking at this, are we seeing divergence here? So we're going from here to here. Not really, because this is going down and this is actually going down as well. So there, look at this. Back down. Did we create a higher high? No. See this? We didn't break that. So we didn't create a high. So let's see if we can create a lower low here. See how you read the price action? That's what you see. That's how you read the price action. So again, my stop or profit target there is that one. I'm literally looking at this at the deviation levels because they may want to test this what down here, the -1 deviation. I can possibly take out this. It's already done doing this retracement. So again, here we are again at this level, but it's testing it. Would it bounce off? Did they do that? Again, I'll get a small profit. It's better than a loss. But here we're showing strong momentum, so I can, well, assume that's going to go past this zero point 0.5 deviation. Hopefully it's going to create a lower low. Again, you see the bands here, the lower band of the Keltner, it's flat. If you want to see momentum, it's usually like this one. It's angling down, but now it's becoming flat, meaning there's no momentum. So you may want to, I'm going to want to just bring this up to right here because there's really no momentum. Again, those of you could try this yellow again, this deviation level, and say that is my profit target, which is good. You made 400 some dollars, or on a one contract at least 200, right? You'd be scalping 200 at a time because the momentum is not following you through. Again, we see the flatness of this Keltner channel, this lower Keltner band or bar, or upper band, lower band of the Keltner. And the Keltner channel, I like the Keltner channel more than the Bollinger Band. Why? It basically, it's a how can I say? It's a adaptive, or what's it? It's called a. See, look at that.
Stop filled.
They honored this again. Always look at the left here, and they've been bouncing this. That's a second bounce off from there. Again, being too aggressive. And you can tell, like I said, this is flat. There's really no momentum. So those of you who took the trade here and took the profit, that's fine. Got a good profit. And I would have been getting 400 there. Yeah, see, that would have been another 400. And I could have got another 400. So see, that's what happens when you're being too aggressive. I'm still down 890, which is still manageable. Like I said, if I don't get anything here, then I go to my New York Open, or not New York Open, New York morning session. See what happens here, right? There's still resistance here. Not only that, confluence here, and also the 233. So those of you who are scalping around 200 on one contract, you would have gotten it. You could be scalping, you would be up what, close to 1,000 by now. Any questions? Even though this is a ranging market, you can see it's just ranging, but you can still make profit. And here's the range, like I showed you before. So this may go even further now, so that your range is now here. It didn't really create a lower low, even though it says, yeah, it did. Well, one tick, wow, big difference. That's really your range now. So looks like we're going to bounce off the 233, even though we created a higher high. Let's see what happens here.
Order submitted.
So if they create a reversal, complete this reversal, now we have a higher low again, and we're gonna actually have a higher high. But you can see they're not really following through. Meaning that they're gonna have a higher. They're just waiting for this to bust out. To tell you the truth, that's why you have to be within. Be able to withstand
Order
the
failed.
losses by managing your losses, waiting for that breakout. Here we go. Am I going to bring this on? Let's see if they bring this lower. Again, probably down here at the lower, at the bottom of the Keltner channel. I think if they break this right here, it's going to get down here. Because there's no other, if you're looking at this, there's no other support level besides, see this? Once they break this, there's really none. The next one would probably be down here, or it may be the Keltner channel. See, they again we have strong momentum here to the downside, and hopefully they finally bust this out. As you can see, they really went past the lower band of the Keltner channel. Most likely they'll try to get down here, the -1 deviation. If they can get past this. Again, we have support level right here. But we have strong momentum to the downside. Did they break it? No, don't tell me they try to create a triple bottom there. Okay, since they've kind of, not yet. There, they busted finally. So like I said, -1 deviation, or even try to test this low right there. Let's see. So trailing stop, we can actually, you see this? This is the trend, right? It's still going down. It's red. So let's do that here. Let's bring it up to here. In fact, we'll bring it up to maybe here. Still a profit, so it guarantees a profit. No matter how small, at least it's not a loss. I'm basing my targets on the levels. Because usually it follows that levels, but if there's lack of momentum, might as well take, whatever small profit you can get. At least it's not a loss. And just wait for the time where you have strong momentum, like a breakout. You see the Keltner channel here. Now it's beginning to look like it's coming down. The angle is coming down rather than flat, meaning there might be some momentum coming to the downside. Oh man,
Stop filled.
they don't want to continue this momentum at all. They broke it here. Why did they bring it up? I have no idea. They didn't even reach the bottom of this Keltner channel. But it's going down slowly but erratically. Trade this until maybe 5:30 because they haven't really given them really the breakout yet. It's just being so erratic. They did break out, but there's no momentum in that breakout at all. It's almost like a bear trap. And I don't mind the 760 loss. It's very manageable, especially during the New York morning session when I trade. I can easily get that and get my daily profit target for this account. But I was hoping, let's see. Again, this London market's pretty slow. You guys can, like I said, you guys could have made profit if your target was, if you're trading one contract, E-mini or even micros, you could easily made profit. So there's a reverse candle down. Will they continue? Because we're still below the 0 line here on the MACD. But really no momentum to the downside. I want to see if they get past this. Again, the VWAP is right there. There's a lot coincident. What do you call it? Confluence between the 233 and also the VWAP right there. So strong. There's a lot of strong resistance right here. Really no momentum during this London session, just like Friday. That's why a lot of people um, got chopped out. Any questions? If there's really nothing going on here, let's see what happens at the top of the hour here. If nothing, no breakout or anything like that, then I'll probably end the session. Again, it could have been profitable if I was conservative in my take profit, and you guys could have done the same thing. I was trying to hit guys being aggressive with my take profit. So you can see here we have that railroad here going to the upside, but the thing is, it's really not a high probability up buy signal. Why? Because we're below the the mid band. So if I can get a reversal coming down here, I'll probably take this short to get down here. But I want to see a confirmed reversal bar. See another bar that's red, then I'll probably take it short. In fact, I may even take this short now.
Order
Risk is
filled.
pretty small. I'll put my risk there. -1 deviation. And that should be good. This time I won't be aggressive in my 6 minutes till the top of the hour. And hopefully the top of the hour group, produces more momentum. Again, this is a pullback to the mid band. Let's see what's going on here. So we have the low being here. There's a target here. So that's be a good target. Yeah, exactly where my target is. The extension, that's the first extension. Basically, the whole extension is right down here. But I don't think they have enough momentum. Four minutes before the top of the hour. A lot of confluence here. You have the bottom of the Keltner channel. You have the -1 deviation. You also have the extension of the fib. 3 minutes for the top of the hour. I don't want to make that trailing stop too tight. Let's see if they come with strong momentums. It's at the top of the hour here, 2 minutes. Question is momentum to the upside or the downside? Hopefully to the downside. One minute. See how erratic these movements are? I mean, for today's London market, really very, very erratic. Here we go, coming down. So you have some sellers coming in. You want to do this. Again, our farthest extension is here. Let's see if it's going to bounce off here or I'll break through. That's a major swing right here. Hopefully it continues coming down. Again, they provided momentum to the downside, but will it sustain itself? That's the question. Usually when they hit that first touch, they'll try to do a second touch, try to break it. That's why I continue having a tighter stop now. Again, here's the 1.5, minus 1.5 deviation. Let's see if they go for that. There we go. A little over 1,000 if we can hit that, which I needed. That's why I had to wait for that. Just manage our losses. Be patient.
Target filled.
There we are. We ended up with a top profit of 485. With that trade being over $1,200. I'm done. Profitable. Any questions, guys, before I end? Again, waiting for the top of the hour, and that brought the momentum at the top of the hour. Going once, going twice. Any questions? I'll have another live stream at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, 10:30 p.m. here in the Philippines. That's basically 1 hour after the market open. Why? Because I trade the initial balance based on the first hour opening. So if you want to see how I do that, tune in to my next live stream. Again, 10:30 p.m. or 10:30 p.m. Philippines, 10:30 a.m. Eastern in the U.S. If no questions, I'm gonna let you guys go. Lara, how would you like that? Did you follow or are you already out? Claire, if you're interested in this system, let me know. I'm gonna send you. Just send me, and I'll send you a enrollment form. Ivan, how did you do? Oh, Timmy. Oh, haven't seen you in a while, Timmy. Ivan, you still here? And Iron, if you're interested to learn this, so you can teach your students free, just let me know. Nice, Tim, on your eval. Great job, Tim. Edgar, are you green? Did you trade? And you see it's continue coming down. Where's it going to probably go? Let's see. Probably the next level here. Like I said, these deviation levels don't lie. So probably here the -2 deviation. 3,000 up. Good job. All evals. Great job, Edgar. Nice. And basically the fib extensions worked out like a charm on this trade. So I'll take that out. Nice, Edgar. Good job. Now on my other chart in the basic, I just want to see if there is a fair value gap on the based on a 1 hour chart. Because I would do it to 5 minutes really. Let me see if there is. Nope, I don't see any. But if I'm looking at the time, I usually have a time-based chart, which is right here, right there. See, it's really just in a range. You see that? It is on a 30-minute chart. And these are fair value gaps based on the 1 hour chart. So it's far away. We had a lot of what? Really consolidation, but we made money. That's why I love the wrinkles. You may actually make money, but here on the time-based chart, it's really in a what? In a range. Well, you just have to practice what remember the list I gave you, Lara? Practice on that. That's what I actually did. Remember, I'm doing the structure. We're getting higher highs if it's confirming that's going down, or if it's confirming going up, or if it's not confirming anything, it's going. It's a range or a consolidation, and just have to be cautious about that when you see that. And with experience, when the more time you spend on your screen, the more you will learn the pattern, especially with the market structure. Again, Lara, just trade your sim right now. Don't be trading your eval yet, because you're not really. You want to get accustomed to the way how the market moves. Okay, so here, what's it doing here? It's really bouncing off the a pivot. That's two pivot. You can see here, this will continue going down. Just basically retrace to the mid band, and now it's going to continue to try to test the S2 here. Or, like I said, it's probably get down to the -2 deviation. Okay, good. Good, Lara. You're trading sim. Okay, guys. See you guys later. If you guys want to follow me there. And hopefully you guys some of you are green, especially Edgar and Timmy. Good job on that. Talk to you guys. Stay safe. God bless. And again, this is all by His grace. Bye.